Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build and another episode of Curb Appeal, the series on my channel where I attempt to recreate photographs and real life homes in The Sims 4. So today's video is a very exciting video because as you can tell by the title, I am doing a completely base game build. If you guys didn't know, the base game as of, I think 2 days ago, as of October 18th, is completely free. It's free to play for everybody on all consoles, PCs, devices. The Sims 4 is free. So that's really exciting because it means that a lot of new players who maybe weren't able to get the game previously can now have access to the game and join our lovely community. All of the expansion packs and stuff aren't free, obviously, but the base game itself is now free to play, which is so exciting, and it's permanent, so it's not like a temporary thing, like a temporary promotional thing. This is just gonna be free from here on out, which I think is really great because a lot of people always comment and say that they like watching my videos but they don't have the game yet because they can't, afford it, or they just haven't gotten around to it. But now that it's literally free, I feel like there's no barrier to entry anymore and a lot of people will be able to play. So I'm very excited about that. But anyways, in honor of the base game becoming free, I decided to do a base game build for you guys. So this build is, I'll pop the photo, the inspo photo of what I was going off of today, and it's a really, really pretty facade, so beautiful. It's kind of like a modern European inspired home, which I'm really into lately. It's kind of like a style, when I search on Pinterest for my inspo, what I've been searching for lately is I look for modern transitional homes. So in the past 2-3 years, I feel like the modern farmhouse vibe has been, the trendy home, but I feel like I've been seeing this style of home a lot more lately on my Pinterest boards and just, on my Instagram page and stuff. But it's basically a transitional home, is somewhere in between a traditional home and a modern home, so kind of fusing the two styles together. And I really like that because you can kind of still have the modern vibe, which I personally like. I like a good contemporary new looking home, but you can still integrate some more traditional textures and facades, and even when it comes to the decor, maybe a little bit more shabby chic mixed with some modern touches. So I've been really into that style lately, and you're gonna see a lot more of that coming from me in the future, so stay tuned. But here you can see the facade is pretty much done. I'm just adding now the colors and stuff, and already, oh my gosh, this house is literally, I think, one of my favorite ones I've ever done, which is crazy because it's a base game home. So who knew that my favorite home ever was gonna be a base game home? But I'm just personally super proud of how this home turned out. I also did the back completely by myself. Usually I don't copy the reference photo for the back, but I'm usually not super creative when it comes to the backs of homes, but this one I'm actually so proud of. I just think it looks so beautiful. So I hope you guys appreciate the beautiful kind of backyard area. But a little bit about this home. So I thought that if you are a new player and you just got access to The Sims 4, I wanted you to have a nice, big, beautiful mansion to play in, and one that's also easier to play in. So I really wanted to prioritize this home having mainly just one level, because I figured if you're a new player, it might not be super fun if you have to toggle between 3 different layers of the home and go into a basement and go upstairs and another floor. So I wanted this home to be as playable as possible for all our new community members in the Sims 4 community. And this is also a really expensive home too, so I probably wouldn't recommend you have this home right off the bat, but you have to have something to work up to, you have to be aspirational. I'm sure, the new players are going to be grinding out their careers and then they're eventually going to be able to afford this home. But this home, I think it's around 150,000 simoleons, so pretty expensive, but I also went pretty ham on the landscaping, so you can maybe knock down some of the landscaping if you wanted to make it a little bit cheaper, but it's okay. There's also I believe there's four bedrooms in this home. So one primary bedroom for like parents, and then there's 2 solo bedrooms, and then 1 bedroom that has 2 beds in it, like a bunk bed. So you can fit, I believe that's 1, 2, 3, 4, you can fit a family of 6 in here. So it's a pretty large home. You can fit a good sized family. There's also a bonus room on the upstairs. So it's kind of just like a attic of sorts. So if you really wanted to convert the attic into another bedroom, maybe if you have like a teenager or an older child that wants some space of themselves, or if you have a, demon child that you want to banish to the attic, you have options. It's kind of like a flex room up there. You'll see I do it at the very end of the build, but I basically make it like a hobby room, like a hobby attic. There's like an art studio up there. There's another kind of comfy movie room up there. Also some workout equipment. It's just like a catch-all room for all of the random hobbies and activities that the family does, because honestly, I don't like putting a lot of skill building and like random items in the main area of the home sometimes, because it can look a little like not super aesthetic. So I like to dump them all into a hobby room, and that's what this attic is for. But again, it's a flex room, so if you download this build, you can totally repurpose it to whatever you want. But here you can see I am working on the back of the home. And of course, you know me, I had to go all out with the luxury. So here I am making a really beautiful, large outdoor space, perfect for entertaining. And I thought I would do this kind of cool thing with the pool. So I actually extended the pool out past the layer of the foundation, just to kind of give it this like almost infinity pool luxurious look. It kind of feels nice how you can like swim out to the edge past, and I don't know, you guys know what I mean. You can see it. I don't really know. It just looked kind of cool, and I liked adding all the different dimension here to the back of the home too. I think sometimes it can be hard when you put the house on a foundation, and then when you get to the back of the home, you kind of have to put the back part on a foundation too. So I wanted to add those nice long stairs to have different layers to this outside. I think that looks really nice. And I also wanted to keep a little patch of grass on the edge, because I think having a big grassy yard is also quite luxurious, and it is a luxury and a privilege to have a really big, nice green backyard, right? So I wanted to leave a little small edge there, and put some monkey bars for the kids, because this is at the core kind of like a family home with all the bedrooms. So yeah, I wanted to make it kid friendly, but also have a nice little outdoor seating area for the adults. You can see also I did this like really odd thing. It's like so unlike me, but for the little lawn chairs or those lounger chairs by the pool, I used like a crazy pattern. It's like the Sims plumb bob pattern, which like I don't really know why I did that. I don't do that. Like I would have chosen the black and white swatch or the white swatch or the copper swatch, but there was something in me that was like, oh, Ashley, like, don't be boring. Don't just choose the black and white swatch. Like, just choose the fun green plumb bob swatch. And, like, it kind of looks out of place, not gonna lie, but I'm trying to, I don't know, I'm just trying to be more fun. Because I feel like this whole, like, vibe is very black and white on the outside. So I'm like, okay, let's just add some color. I don't know. So there's my attempt at adding color through the lawn chairs or the lounger chairs. So I hope you like that. But here you can see the whole outside is basically done. I did it like fairly quickly, which is really impressive. I don't know, I'm like kind of impressed with myself, especially with the back. Like it just really came together. So I hope you really like it. I think that the build has a really good curb appeal from all angles, which is really important to me. And the interior, despite it being like a really big home, the interior isn't too large, especially when you take into account that it's only 1 story. So I think it's a really good floor plan, and it's a really good size. It's a really functional space. So I hope you guys have a lot of fun with it. Also, did I mention that it's going to be on the gallery? It's obviously all of my builds are on the gallery, by the way. My origin ID is Dr_Ashley. Sometimes I'm really bad at putting my builds up on the gallery though, because I'm forgetful, and like, yeah, if there's ever a build that's not in the gallery and you want it up, just like really honestly, just like bug me about it and comment it all the time, and I will try my best, because I do read all the comments. So yeah, just bug me about it. Trust me, I won't be annoyed. Just keep asking. But this one for sure will be on the gallery. But also, I do want to talk about some of the announcements that were announced at the Sims Summit. If you guys didn't watch it, it's on the Sims official YouTube channel, but it was a Sims Summit live stream that happened on Tuesday, October 18th, where they basically just gave us a rundown of the state of the Sims, what's going on, what's happening, what's gonna be coming in the future. And right off the bat, I want to say that the entire vibe of the Sim Summit, it felt very like Apple event. You know when Apple does their like annual live stream where they say like what their new iOS is and all the new products and stuff like that? It was giving that kind of energy, which I thought was really nice because it felt very put together. It felt polished. It felt professional. It was screaming like budget to me. Like what I got from that is like, yeah, the Sims team has budget, which is good because it means that the game is alive and well and doing well, and it means that we're going to be getting a lot more content and the game's going to be around for a long time, which we can't take for granted, because nowadays in the era of, you know, gaming, lots of games just kind of come and go. Lots of games get launched and then die out. Think like Cyberpunk, how much hype came up around that, and then it just kind of like didn't go anywhere because the game wasn't good. So it is really reassuring to me that my favorite game, The Sims, is doing well and is, you know, can produce a Sims Summit event as professional and as polished as that, because that just signifies to me that the game's going to be lasting and is going to be around for a long time. So that's what I got from that, my initial impression. So I'm super impressed. But one thing that they announced, which was super cool, is we're going to be getting a new life stage, Infants. So Free the Babies is finally happening. We are going to be getting it in early 2023, and I am sure that it's going to be a base game update. Like everybody's going to be getting this new life stage. But you know how babies are like just objects in their crib or their bassinet? But now, after they're not babies anymore, they're going to age up to infants, and they'll be able to kind of crawl and stuff and just have an additional life stage in between being a baby in a bassinet and a toddler. So I think that's so exciting. Everyone in the community was obviously like really petitioning for that to be a thing, and I'm really excited. It's another community win. We all spoke up. Everybody, you know, politely complained, and some not so politely, but you know what I mean, on Twitter and in the community for so long, and finally we're getting what we want. So definitely look forward to that. That's going to be early 2023, like I said, and it's going to be a completely new life stage. So that's very exciting. Another exciting thing is we're getting 2 new expansion packs in 2023. So we can look forward to that. Obviously, expansion packs are my favorite, obviously. And we're getting 2 new worlds with those expansion packs in 2023. So that, you know, ticks all of my boxes. I can't complain. I always love expansion packs because they provide the most value in terms of like all-encompassing, you know, gameplay, items, worlds, clothing, careers, everything. So expansion packs are my fave. So I can't wait for that. And we're getting 2 confirmed, which is great. What else did they announce? Oh my gosh, how could I forget? They also announced Project Renee, which is AKA The Sims 5. So basically how it works is when the game, they're not actually calling it The Sims 5, is because the game's not like fully done, so they're not gonna like name it The Sims 5 yet. It's kind of like in movies, you know how like, I don't know if anybody is familiar with like the film industry, but movies, they'll just call it like something else, like a working title. They'll call it like Project, you know, Hair Clip, when it's actually like High School Musical or something, but they don't call it the actual name of the movie. They call it like Project something else. So I guess game development is kind of the same. They don't call it The Sims 5, they call it Project Renee. And then once the game's done and they're ready to publish it, then they'll call it The Sims 5. Or they don't even have to call it The Sims 5. They can call it whatever they want. So they announced Project Renee, which is effectively The Sims 5. And It looks really cool. It looks like they're bringing the color wheel back. They're bringing back a lot of new customization. They didn't actually tease a whole lot, if I'm gonna be honest. And I'm obviously excited to know that The Sims 5 is in the works, but I also, something in the back of my mind questions if they should have even showed us anything at all, just because there wasn't anything really of substance to show us. It looked so early stages that it almost felt like, should you have even shown us that? Like, it just felt really just kind of slapped together, in my opinion. So I'm not sure. I don't really have too many comments on that yet. Like, I'm not gonna get too excited about anything in terms of Project Renee because it's gonna be many years out. Like, it was so early that it looks like it's going to be like 3 to 5 years, honestly, until the new game comes out. But I do appreciate the transparency in them like showing us early stages, but you know, they have to be careful with that because things can change. Like, those early stages, whatever they showed us, like down the road they might like get rid of all those features, you know what I mean? So I think they should be careful a little bit with like what they do show us, because they might like get our hopes up and then they have to change something. So yeah, but overall still very exciting. It looks like it's going to be an online multiplayer game, or it's going to have that feature, because what they teased is basically like you can build with somebody else. So you can be building a room or a house, and then somebody else can also be building on the same lot with you. So like real time, you can both be contributing to a lot at the same time, which I think is a really cool feature. I can see how that would work for building, but like when it comes to gameplay, I don't really know how they're going to incorporate this online multiplayer function. So I don't know, I'm just kind of managing my expectations and just waiting to see what they come out with, and I'm not trying to be too critical about anything just yet because it's, you know, early stages, and it's probably going to be like half a decade until we actually get the game, honestly. So yeah, but it's still obviously very exciting. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all we really learned from the Sims Summit. It was very cool, and I liked the event overall. I liked all the hype around it. I think that it's really fun when we all come together as a community to like watch these announcements and just get all hyped up. I think like some people do say like, oh, there was way too much hype for the amount of information that they shared, but at the end of the day, like, I think we all just really love The Sims. So whether it's a small bit of information or a lot, it is just fun to like all come together on a live stream and just like watch this cool production that they put together for us to announce these fun things. So no complaints from me, and I appreciate all the hard work that they did to obviously put that together. And I don't know, it's really fun. I really liked it. So let me know your thoughts on everything from the Sims Summit in the comments down below. That was a lot of information, and yeah, I talked about it for a really long time, but I just wanted to like let you guys know my thoughts and stuff. So I'd love to hear what you guys think, and yeah, also let me know if you are a new Sims player who just got the Sims 4 base game recently or this week after it went free. I would love to welcome you to the community. So would my community, would love to welcome you. And I hope you are enjoying The Sims, and I hope you download this build and have some fun with it. But yeah, you saw that I basically did the entire like living, kitchen, dining room area while I was talking, so I can touch on that a little bit, but you'll have to rewind if you want to watch it again. But I did the full open concept kitchen, and then I did a nice big TV area, which is like kind of connected to the kitchen. And then I also did a little breakfast nook in the corner, which I thought was nice. I really like the marble table from the base game. It's like a small little round marble table. I think it's so luxurious, so I had to use it. And then I actually did a formal dining room that was like closed off of the wall, which if you guys watch my videos, you guys know that I don't often do closed off floor plans at all. Like even a dining room, I will not close it off. I'll just have it super open. So that was kind of like a new thing for me. And I really like how it looks. I think it looks very grand. It looks very, you know, it just looks like a good place for hosting. And the room is very big. I can imagine all the important people and all their family friends coming over for a nice dinner party. And yeah, I don't know. That's just it. I just like it. I think it looks good. Also, I really like the color scheme that I went for in the main living kitchen dining area. I really found it challenging with base game like the hardest thing for me was to capture a good color scheme vibe, because you guys know that I really base my design style off of neutrals with like small pops of color that aren't too vibrant but more just like muted, toned down colors. So the base game doesn't have a lot of great colors when it comes to like a modern neutral vibe. Like they'll have like all of the colors of the rainbow, but like no nice shade of white or black, you know what I mean? So it is a little bit challenging in that regard, but I think I did okay in terms of, you know, capturing my style and my color scheme in the main area. I don't know, you guys could be the judge, but I think it turned out okay. One thing that I did really miss though is the fact or the absence of a fluffy rug in the base game. I'm gonna book a appointment with the Sims dev team just to really voice my opinion there. Like, the Sims base game really deserves a fluffy rug. Like, I'm sorry, but it's simply, we cannot be in year 2022, almost going to year 2023, and the base game doesn't get a fluffy rug. Like, come on. There's like, it's, I don't know, it's bad. It's bad. But it was really hard to like find rugs because of no fluffy rug. So yeah, it doesn't really feel like a Dr. Ashley build without the fluffy rug, not gonna lie. So I think that's like the one thing that's missing in my opinion, is just that nice texture. Because I think when you're doing modern builds, it's really about the contrasting of textures, right? Like you'll have more, like I use this concrete wall swatch around the whole inside, which feels really cold and really harsh, and I use some brick on the inside as well, like some exposed brick. And when you have these harsh textures, you really need to contrast it with something that's soft and fluffy and warm looking, just so like the build doesn't look too cold. And that's really like the strength of the fluffy rug, is it really just like grounds the space and makes it feel more cozy despite any other harsh metals or textures on the wall or throughout the build. So I really need that fluffy rug, you guys. I'm gonna speak up, you guys. When we get a fluffy rug in base game, I want the credit. Just know I was working behind the scenes to get the fluffy rug in the base game. That's gonna be my 2023 goal, you guys. So, yeah. You heard it here first. But here you can see I'm doing the attic area. Like I was saying, it's a pretty decently sized upstairs area, so you could really add in some more walls and make another bedroom. You can even maybe do 2 bedrooms, I don't know, but I was sick of doing bedrooms, you guys. The problem with me building this, like these large homes in one sitting, is I put so much effort into the exterior, and then I put so much effort into like everything, honestly. But because I am building for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours straight, by the end of it, I just get like so sick of doing bedrooms. I'm like, I don't care, like just put a bed and a dresser and like call it a day. So it's weird because when I do my Sim shorts, I'm like all in with the bedrooms, and I just like love doing like super aesthetic bedrooms. But then for some reason, like I can't really find the motivation to do bedrooms in these large builds. Let me know if you guys are the same. Like, do you get tired? And it's not like I don't like what I build. I feel like my creativity in terms of like layout and stuff kind of dwindles a bit at the 5-hour mark. But honestly, I'm also just really picky too, and I'm really particular, so maybe I'm just being a little hard on myself. But yeah, I decided to also, in the attic area, change the lighting to like these kind of yucky lightings, which isn't like me at all, but I just figured it was more realistic for an attic to have some kind of more sketchy lighting. Like, you're not gonna have like the beautiful pot lights in the attic, because yeah. So anyways, the build is pretty much complete. It was a pretty long one, so I really appreciate if you guys did stay to the very end. I also am going to be doing another base game build kind of as the neighbor of this house too, so you can look forward to that one coming soon as well. It's going to be, I think, a little bit of a smaller home, but still a similar modern European transitional vibe, so I really hope you guys stay tuned to that one. But besides that, the screenshots should be rolling. I am so proud of how this build turned out. I wouldn't guess that it's base game, like if I just took a glance at the exterior right away. Maybe the interior, you can kind of see that it's only base game, but the exterior, honestly, to me, like I would live in this home. Like, I really like it. So I hope that you guys like it as well. It is available to download on the gallery. Also, if you guys do want to follow more of my content, I do stream on Twitch twice a week. I've been doing it pretty consistently now for the past 2 or 3 months. I am also on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. If you guys want to follow me there, it'd be lovely to chat with you guys and just stay connected. But besides that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. It really helps me out. And also, don't forget to rate my curb appeal recreation out of 10. How close did I get this to the original photo? And if this is your first time watching, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to be friends or if you want to see more Sims 4 build videos. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye, everybody!